What's going on, you guys? Back with another video. So in this video I want to talk about why the narcissist is really afraid to lose you. And I'm gonna go deep on this one. I'm gonna try not to make the video too lengthy. I'm gonna chop it down the best I can and still get all the information out there that I need to. But when we're dealing with narcissists, it's more than just a person we're dealing with. We're dealing with an evil spirit, and this evil spirit is controlled by a higher power, their higher power. It's bigger than us, so the fight will not be easy because you're talking about good versus evil. And that's why it's important that when good versus evil decide to take on a battle, because some people, they're afraid to do what's right. Doing what's right is a fight within itself. So when the good decides to take on this evil and stand up to it and be bold, not in a retaliation way, not in a in a way where you're getting your lick back, in a way where your part in the fight, the position that you play in the fight, and our fight really is just to be still and know that God is going to take care of it, but at the same time be bold enough to trust that God is going to get us through it. We have to have that strong belief in a higher power, our higher power. The narcissists have their power, their higher power that they belong to, and we have ours. And that's why it's important that we stick together in numbers. We're running out of time with this, and a lot of people are starting to just throw the word out there like it's just a trending topic, and they use it loosely. They may not know no better because they probably haven't really experienced it like a lot of us who can explain it so passionately, because we have went through this. We know what we're dealing with, and it's bigger than just a person. It has to do with an evil spirit. You have to accept it as that, because that's what it is. It's not just a person. And at the same time, I truly believe it has a lot to do with the upbringing of a person. Narcissistic parents play a huge role on creating narcissists. Some of them, they become scapegoats and they get away from it, and they're able to live a pretty normal life, but they still they're dealing with traumas from the upbringing of being up under narcissistic parents. So they never really had the tools needed to know what they're dealing with. When you're a child, you're not thinking that the parent is an enemy. You're not thinking that. And then they're able to manipulate you more into believing that they're the best thing ever happened to you. I'm your parent, I'm your mother, I'm your father, I'm not going to bring you any harm. And the whole while they are slowly destroying you. You bring that into adulthood, you're going to either become a narcissist or realize what you dealt with and get yourself the help you need. But again, it's bigger than us. It's not just people that we're dealing with, evil people. It's bigger than that. And we also have to understand that, the role that we play in that fight, the position that we play, is to just know that it's not going to be easy, but we're not fighting this battle alone. We got to understand that God got us, because this is not something that we asked for. This was a narcissist's choice to target certain individuals for what they seen was convenient to them, and in the process, they destroy many, many people. They destroy people's just inner self. They destroy people's spirits because it is a spiritual attack. That's what they're going for. And you kind of do the rest when you don't know any better. And I see a lot of people, like I spoke on the LaTruth situation briefly. I'm not going to keep getting on to that. But I'm starting to see a lot of people go against the missus. Not saying that they're on his side, but they're going against her. And it's like they become so critical towards her decision not to move fast and do this and do that. But we got to think back to, at one time we was in that same position where we were still in love, or thinking that we love this person who we're trying to get away from so that we can live a better life and begin to heal, first of all. And I think that she's doing the best she can and still trying to maintain sanity. We are not her. We don't know what she as an individual is going through. We have our own battles to fight. Thing about it is, a lot of people are becoming critical on her who's supposed to be in this, we supposed to be in this together. It's like, that's just how I've been looking at it lately. I sit back and I pay attention to a lot and I read a lot of comments. But it's bigger than just a person. You're dealing with a spirit. We don't know what she sees. And how hard it is for her to have to face more backlash because of how the only way she know how to deal with it. And she's putting her story out there. A lot of us haven't, put the story out there who, in the awareness community. And that's fine too, because some people might not want to talk about it, but you still know about narcissism enough to teach about it so people can know the signs of what to look for and everything. So it's like, I just really wish that people would stop being so critical. That's all I really want to say about that, because it's bigger than just him. It's not, he's not the focus. It's the spiritual attack that's on her. And I think that she's trying her best to deal with it and keep peace. And I think she don't understand yet that you don't have to do certain things while fighting this battle against narcissism. I don't think she understands it. So people need to be more compassionate and more patient towards her situation. That's all I got to say about it. I'm done talking about that, because I can go deeper in on that, but that's a whole video to itself. I'm going to leave that alone. Yeah. But back to why the narcissist is afraid to lose you. It's because now that they picked up on the fact that, that it's going to be hard to keep you, and sooner or later you're gone. They lost you. Once that happens, they know that they have to answer to their higher power. And just like they got to answer to God someday for everything they done. Because it's intentional. It's intentional and it's spiritual, and it's just like you choose to be this way. If you know better, you do better. Your intentions are to hurt people when you can't have your way with them. So they got to go back and answer to Satan about the dirt that they do to people and how many lives that they've destroyed. They have to go back and answer to Satan about that when they lose good supply, what we call supply. But it's really a spirit that the devil is trying to gain, just to prove to God that you don't have as much as power that you think you do. But see, God gives man free will, and that's what the devil don't like. That's why narcissists are ruled by evil, because evil don't like people to do their own thing. You can't be free. You're in bondage when you're under this spiritual attack from narcissism. So the thing about it is, like I said, it's a big fight that we do have a part of, but God is going to handle the rest. We just have to know the role that we play in it, you know. And we running out of time because this is serious. It's something that it's just being thrown out there now to some people are like, okay, I'm tired of hearing about narcissism. Everybody's using a word. I'm tired of that word. That's because they don't understand it and they can't really get the fullness of it. So they're not feeling it. They're not feeling it. They haven't made it there yet in their mind and in their spirit to really know what's going on. So we got to give that a pass. We can't drive it down people's throats about it. I feel like that when we put the message out there, it's going to reach who it needs to reach for that moment. Hopefully everybody can get the full understanding of this. But you have to have, it's important to have a strong connection with God to know what we're going to be facing, and that it's not going to always be easy and it's not going to always feel good. So that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about. I can say more, but like I say, I'm going to chop it down and make the video a little short. But just keep in mind that narcissists, they get angry and they get scared because now they have to face punishment. Because if they can't get that supply that they feel so entitled to, and they just had the devil thinking, oh, I got this, trust me, I'm one of your best ones out here doing your dirty work. When it doesn't work out that way for them, it makes them feel like, oh Lord, now I'm about to be exposed. So that's why they're afraid to lose the supply. They're scared they're going to be exposed because they're so used to having their way with people. So that's the end of this video. Thank y'all for watching. Talk to you.